So lately I've been going through a lot of patterns that helped skyrocket my drumming, and there is this very special one that I still use even till today because of how ridiculously effective it is. I've introduced it to some of my students, and trust me, I've seen it work wonders in their playing. And as simple as this pattern is, it will shock you that this single pattern works on your independence and coordination. Like that is what it really focuses on. Secondly, it can be used to create some really, really amazing feels. Thirdly, it is going to help you boost your hand and foot speed a lot. And fourthly, it's going to help you with flexibility around the kit. And if you ask me, getting all this benefit from a single pattern is just insane. But then the pattern doesn't just stay simple. It actually gets a little bit complex as we progress. But then I'm going to guide you through every step. So what's this pattern we're talking about today? It is a simple single stroke pattern, but just with two notes. And the twist here is we're substituting any of the single stroke notes with the kick. So instead of having right, left, we can have right kick or left kick. Playing it sounds something like this. Or any of this. So now what we do with this pattern is we don't just play it like that, we repeat it. Now we have and I advise you just stop watching me and go and pick your sticks. Let's practice this thing together. I'll speed it up now so you see how it looks like. So when you speed it up most times, it can sound like it's very easy when it's slow. But once you start speeding it up gradually, it gets a little bit complex. So what we can do next now is to work on the flexibility part of it, which is taking me around the kit. You get so now we do this. So we're still going to come back to this pattern. There's a lot of crazy things you can do, but we're going to get back to it at the end. The main exercise that is going to help you with all those things I said in the beginning, flexibility, coordination, and independence, and all those stuffs, is this exercise. Now, this is a groove. It's going to sound like it's in 6/8 time signature. You understand? It starts something like this. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2. So let's do that. What we're going to do now is we're going to bring in a strange element. That element is a pattern on the right cymbal, which is so if you're familiar with African music, you hear this pattern a lot. Do you understand? So particularly in pattern that's called Ariaria. So we have something like this now. We're going to try to merge them together. I'm going to help you out, even if you struggle with this. So playing together is going to sound something like this. We have so if I was to play this thing, normally how I play it, I always do. So when we get to that point, I'll show you how to get any groove at all that exists. So there's something I call my groove learning technique. And this technique simply says, for every groove you're trying to learn, take each limb independently, work on it, mix that limb with another limb. That's, you can take your right hand, get it, mix it with your right leg, just the two of them, get it. You can take your right leg, mix it together with your left hand. Just make sure you do all the possible permutations in between. Now, what we can do here is, first of all, let's try to get right hand and left hand. So this might not come to you easily, but take your time. Take your time, you're going to get it. So when we get that, we can now try to what other combination can we do? We can do right hand and right foot. So now what you can do with this pattern, since we've gone through all the possibilities, we're also going to add our left foot at some point. But for now, let's get the major part that I was actually doing. I just started adding my left foot to it lately. It was too difficult for me those years. So now what you can do is take your hands round. Now let go. So at some point, you notice I was adding something extra. If you can try it. It's just a quick double kick. Now to the part I said I was going to add, the left foot is going to be coming in as quarter notes. That's what makes it a little bit complex, honestly. So I'm going to try. I hope I get it. So see what I'm doing? So if you want to get this part, we're going to do the same thing we did. You get the elements individually. So we're having you see? So before you add this hand, try to get these three. Or you can try to just do two. So it's going to be then we can add the kick. This might be where there's always a little bit of problem. So you can now add your right hand. So if we just try just left foot, and right hand. So if you watch what I did there, I was playing quarter notes here, keeping 8 notes here on the downbeat, keeping the pattern here. And okay, I didn't play my snare at this point. But just try to find the part that is always difficult. That's what I always advise when it comes to learning groups. That place where you're getting confused is what you should focus on, just the both of them. So shout out to my bro, Step Drums. He was the one I saw this pattern from. I can't remember. It should be like 6-7 years ago. And I just started trying it out then. And then I just knew it was helping out a lot. You get? So now, onto the part I told you we're going to get back to later, which is infusing this into crazy feels, making this something you can use to play very amazing feels. Now, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be doing a combination of rudiments to this pattern. Do you understand? So we're going to start with something like the paradiddle diddle. I love to use paradiddle diddle a lot and add this pattern to it. The paradiddle diddle is that's paradiddle diddle. Right, left, left, paradiddle diddle. But what I do most times with paradiddle is I substitute the note. So I take away the last note from the left and put it on the kick. So it sounds as so playing it fast. But I discovered lots of drummers make use of this, and specifically Tevin Curtis, he uses this a lot. So you can put that pattern after it, and it's going to sound something like this. See? So we are doing a very crazy solo. You can just you see how that sounds? Let me play it in a few situations so you see that's actually musical. This pattern is, I would say, it's one of my favorite patterns whenever I'm doing crazy stuff. And you can do it on, if you do it on the thumb, the floor thumb, it makes it sound like you have two kicks. I'll show you an example. You see what I did there was just singles between right and the floor thumb. And it's something you can always add in between. Another one I love to do is taking it around the thumbs in between the grooves. So if you tried this stuff with me, you'd have noticed that the coordination between your right hand and your right foot was tested. And even if you got the coordination part of it, it was trying to strengthen your right foot or your right hand. The one good thing I'm going to do for you is to share you a tip that actually helped me understand this pattern finally. Yes, because I can leave you with this pattern and you keep practicing it day in, day out, and you might not get it. So something I started trying at, I think it was 2 years ago. And that's when I began to understand how this pattern works. So what you do is you take it in groups. This pattern is right. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to try to do so one bar of just playing the downbeats on your hand, then the second bar you're playing the upbeat and the downbeat. Do you understand? So make sure it is very clean before you start increasing the tempo. So you can now same thing, you can do it for the right hand, left hand together. So please try to avoid any bit of sloppiness in this thing. Once you notice that your right hand is hitting together with the kick, or there's any point where they are flamming unnecessarily, start again. Do you understand? And when you've got done with this one, you can now increase it to like 2 bars of just the downbeat and then 2 bars of upbeat and downbeat. So just keep doing it like that. And that's one of the tricks I can give you that will really help you with this thing. I was struggling with it for a long time until I started trying it out this way. Do you understand? So that's been all about this pattern that has really helped my drumming, and it's still helping till date. Even my students that are watching can attest. Some of them have given this pattern, and it really helps out with coordination a lot. So this video has been helpful. Hit that like button, drop a comment. And yes, you can keep me updated with your progress level in the comment section. Let me know if there are any challenges you're having, and I'll see you in the very next video. Peace, guys.